The Canon CR-120 is one of those devices that most people will never think about until they actually need one. And once you do, you realize just how much time a good check scanner can save. This thing is designed for businesses that process checks daily, and honestly, it's built like a machine that just wants to keep working all day without complaining. The speed, the compact size, and the reliability are really what make this stand out. So today, we're taking a look at the Canon CR-120 Check Scanner and seeing whether it's still worth buying right now. First impressions, it's compact. Surprisingly compact. You'd expect a business-grade scanner like this to take up half your desk, but Canon kept the footprint pretty small. It fits easily into office setups without becoming the centerpiece of your workspace. And that matters more than you'd think because office equipment usually isn't known for looking clean or minimal. The build quality is solid. It feels durable, professional, and designed for heavy usage. This isn't some lightweight plastic scanner you replace every year. It feels like Canon built this specifically for businesses that process checks every single day. Banks, retail stores, accounting offices, small businesses. That's really where this thing shines. Now the biggest thing here is speed. Because let's be honest, nobody buys a check scanner for fun. You buy it because manually processing checks wastes time. The CR-120 handles high-volume scanning quickly, and if you're upgrading from the older CR-50, the difference becomes noticeable almost immediately. Faster processing means less waiting, less frustration, and smoother workflow during busy hours. And setup is actually easier than expected. Canon made the software integration pretty straightforward for most office environments. Once connected, it works efficiently with compatible banking and financial software systems. That reliability is important because the last thing you want in an office is equipment constantly disconnecting or freezing in the middle of work. Another thing I really like is the image quality. For a device focused entirely on checks and documents, accuracy matters a lot. The scanner captures clear details, clean text, and readable data consistently. MICR reading performance is solid, and that's a major factor for businesses handling financial transactions daily. Noise levels are also surprisingly controlled. It's not silent obviously, but compared to some older office scanners, this feels much smoother and less aggressive. You can actually keep this running in an office without it sounding like a printer from 2008 trying to survive its final day. One of the best upgrades here is efficiency. The CR-120 is designed to reduce jams and improve workflow reliability. That might sound boring in a YouTube video, but in real-world business use, fewer jams literally means less downtime and fewer headaches. If your office processes hundreds of checks, even small improvements like that become a huge deal over time. And then there's the size advantage again. A lot of businesses today are trying to optimize smaller office spaces, and compact hardware is becoming more important. Canon clearly understood that with this design. It feels modern without trying too hard. Now obviously, this isn't a product for everyone. If you're not processing checks regularly, this probably isn't something you even need to think about. But for businesses that rely on fast financial document processing, the CR-120 absolutely makes sense. It's one of those tools that quietly improves workflow every single day. What I also appreciate is how Canon focused on reliability instead of unnecessary gimmicks. There are no flashy RGB lights, no weird touchscreen experiments, no unnecessary complexity. It's designed to do one job and do it efficiently. Honestly, that's refreshing. Compared to the older CR-50, the CR-120 feels like a proper modernization. Better performance, smoother operation, improved efficiency, and a more refined overall experience. If your older scanner is slowing down your workflow, this upgrade could actually save time long-term. And reliability is really the keyword here. Office equipment lives or dies by reliability. Nobody cares how advanced something is if it constantly fails during work hours. The CR-120 feels dependable, and that's probably the biggest compliment you can give a business-focused scanner. Another thing worth mentioning is maintenance. Canon designed this to be manageable for long-term use. Cleaning and maintenance procedures are fairly straightforward, which helps businesses avoid unnecessary service interruptions. At the end of the day, the Canon CR-120 isn't trying to reinvent office hardware. It's trying to make check scanning faster, smoother, and more reliable. And honestly, it succeeds at that really well. If your office still relies on older scanning hardware, this upgrade starts making more sense the more checks you process daily. Time savings add up quickly, and smoother workflow can genuinely improve productivity. So overall, the Canon CR-120 is fast, compact, reliable, and designed for serious business environments. It may not be the most exciting gadget in the world, but for the people who actually need it, this thing can become an essential part of the workflow. Hi guys, if you want to buy this Canon CR-120 Check Scanner replacement for Canon CR-50 Check Scanner, then please visit the link provided in the description.